Hi students, my name is Mr. Cobb. This is going to be an introduction to the course. We're basically just going to go through the syllabus, so you'll have this to look through at your leisure. We're obviously going to talk about it on the first day of school as well. This course is called Math for College Algebra. We're going to help you get prepared for the Algebra 1 EOC. So we should be giving you an administration of that sometime toward the end of the um, semester, maybe December. So we got a lot of material to get through, but it's going to be mostly a review of Algebra 1. So because all of you have been exposed to this, some of you were in my class last year, we're going to go a little quicker than we did last year, just to make better use of our time and try to concentrate more on the areas where we need a little more focus. Um, we're gonna you'll have a textbook. The textbook is called Big Ideas Student Journals. If you remember from last year, we didn't use a textbook much. It'll be there for your reference. You'll have one to take home. I think you'll have a consumable that you can take home and keep as well. Um, oh, sorry about that. So anyway, the materials you're going to need is a 3-ring binder. 1.5 inch would be best, and some dividers to try to keep your stuff organized. Um, we should get through maybe 6 different topics, so that's why the number 6 for the number of dividers. You're going to need notebook paper and pencils. I prefer to use a mechanical pencil. It's probably more efficient, but we have pencil sharpeners if you want to use a traditional wood and lead pencil. Um, and a scientific calculator. It doesn't have to be a scientific calculator, just a regular calculator with square roots. Uh, and add, subtract, multiply, divide, that'll be fine. Before we go further, here there's going to be something different this year than last year. We're going to kind of flip the class this year, as opposed to me just standing in front of you lecturing you as we did last year. We tried to mix it up with some activities also to keep you stimulated, but we're going to flip it to where you're going to get the lectures at home. So I started off last year with these videos and posting stuff for y'all, and but this year I'm going to make more use of Canvas. I'm going to be posting videos, so your first exposure to the lesson is going to be at home. So you're going to go home and you're going to learn the lesson. You're going to come back to class. We're going to review it, and we're going to have activities based upon that. Now, we're going to have quizzes, and we're going to have a quiz, and we're going to have a homework quiz. So I guess let's go ahead and get into that. Um, since I mentioned it, let's skip down to quizzes. All right, so we're going to have quizzes. Quizzes will be every 2 lessons. So you could say every other day, but it might not work out exactly like that. Um, we have to do what's best for the learning process, but every 2 lessons we should have a quiz. So a quiz is going to have 2 subtopics on there. It will probably likely have maybe it'll have 8 questions in total, plus an extra credit question, which will make it a total of 9. And before I forget, the extra credit, in case you forgot, is going to be something that I have not taught you yet. It's usually the very next concept that we're going to learn. That will also be posted for my industrial students, my super students that want to go out and learn this material, get ahead of the game. That's the payoff. That's the reward for you. Um, so the again, the quizzes will have 8 questions plus the bonus. They'll have they'll cover 2 subtopics. They will often have a question from a previous lesson before those 2 subtopics, just to kind of make sure we don't forget. Because at the end of the unit, of course, we're going to have an exam over the entire thing. And we'll also have homework quizzes. Now, the homework quizzes and the quizzes are going to alternate. Homework quizzes will just have 5 questions plus a bonus. And the homework quizzes will only cover one topic. So we learned our first quiz will be on linear equations, which is scheduled for Friday, uh, Friday the 12th, the 12th. So, and that will only cover one topic. Today, Monday the 10th, we're going to review. The 11th, we're going to get into I say review. We're going to have orientation, and basically what I'm doing here to the class. We'll do some lesson, but not much because we have 80 minutes. And uh, we'll have the homework quizzes, which will alternate again with the quizzes. So first one assessment will be a homework quiz, the next one will be the quiz, the next one will be the homework quiz, the next one will be the quiz. And we'll try to have those every every day. But again, depending on what's best, we may skip a day. Um, but the homework quizzes are good because you're gonna have homework, and we'll talk about that in a second. And that's gonna be done on Canvas. The homework quiz is gonna be done in class. So that's gonna be immediate, quick hitter. Did you take care of the homework? If you're not taking the homework seriously, and as you can see, it's worth 25%. So that's not something you want to mess around on. So the bottom line is, y'all, you're gonna have to be on top of your stuff. It's not gonna be hard. If you with me last year, I'm gonna give you everything that you need. Okay, but if you got your head in the clouds, that's gonna eventually become a problem for you. Okay, what you don't want to do is get behind, and then you get frustrated, and then it's more difficult to be successful. All right, so homework is going to be done completely on Canvas. Okay, I've already made up a good number of the first quiz banks, and so that stuff should be posted for you. I haven't decided if I'm going to open them up early or not. This is new to me too, so I'm going to have to figure out what's best for y'all. But there'll be, the day I give the lesson, the homework will definitely be available to you. Okay, we got computers in the room, so you'll be able to work on your, if we have time, you'll be able to work on your homework if we finish early. Um, you'll be able to go through the videos again if you like, again, if we finish early. Um, but again, the most important thing is that you're making good use of your time in class. The homework, last year they were 5 questions. I'm going to try to limit it to that also, but I cannot guarantee that's going to be the case. So far, the ones I have are 5 questions plus an extra credit, just like we did last year. The exams are going to be at the end of the unit, as I mentioned before, and they'll cover everything that we've covered in that unit. So yeah, that's not right. That says 15%. That's not correct. But I'll I'll get that percentage corrected because it's supposed to be 25%. I think the quiz and the exam, it's the homework quiz and the exams. Those two are flip flop. The homework quiz is 15 and the exam is 25. So I'm gonna make that correction right here. Okay. So the exams are worth 25%, and we'll probably have only 3 of them per quarter. So that means each one is going to be worth a little more than 8%. Okay, almost a letter grade. So again, I'm strongly encouraging you to take it seriously and don't get behind. And finally, the group work and the projects. Those those are going to be what set this year apart. We did some group work last year where we broke off into groups of 4 or 3, and we're going to do that again this year. But we're going to have some other stuff this year. You guys are going to be shooting videos, and we're going to have some student teaching also. Um, so all of that's just, again, me just trying to differentiate the instruction, trying to give you different ways to get to the same point of understanding, and not be boring, trying to change it up. Um, so you will have classwork. You won't. We did a lot of worksheets last year. We won't do as many this year, and I don't have a problem with worksheets as long as you're working on them. But we're gonna have more interactive stuff in class also. And worksheets I have are good because there's definitely a time to sit down, focus, concentrate, and bang out problems. That's important. I don't want to dismiss that, but I also want to get into um, the habit of us working together. Um, yeah, and also it is important for you to take notes. Even though we're going to have videos, and I'm going to say this now probably another 50 times before the quarter's over, just because there's a video posted online doesn't mean you need to space out in class. The purpose of the video at home is so you can put that with what we do in class to build yourself up. Okay, so you know, if you were with me before, this is nothing new. We talked about this. Please take your time seriously in class. Um, so, and this is more or less what I described already. So, you're gonna get a hard copy of this. You're gonna take that home and bring it back to me signed, and I just need to verify that you have it signed. And if that says Thursday, that also is not correct. Uh, the that should say Monday. January, really? It's August 15th. Okay, so this Monday coming up. So yeah, so have just bring this back. Make sure you sign it. Make sure your parents read and sign it, and put their contact information on there. One other change that's not on the syllabus is we will last year for behavior problems, and but they weren't a lot because my students were good. I'm sure you guys will be you know you'll be well behaved as well. But what we did mostly is if we had a problem, we had a kid that couldn't stop talking or whatever, um, that student would get lunch detention, and they would go to Dean Taylor. Dean Taylor is retired. She's not with us anymore. So uh, I'm going to have lunch detention in my classroom um, for this year. Okay, so if that sounds terrible to you, eating your lunch with me, good, because I don't want that to be appealing to you. Okay, I want that to be something that you don't want. Go enjoy your friends and enjoy your lunch, which means you're going to take care of your business in class. Again, that wasn't a big thing for us last year. We just had a few kids that were struggling, and you know, we dealt with it, and it wasn't a big issue. I think that's it, and you guys just get used to this format. Okay, you're gonna see me every day, but hopefully you will hear me every night. Um, it's gonna mostly be a disembodied voice. Uh, I don't anticipate putting my face on the screen. What we will be doing is working out the problems just like we did last year. So I'm excited about it. It's my first time doing it this way. Uh, we will be making amendments, and as I find out this works, this doesn't work, we're making the changes, and I'm still learning and growing just like you guys are. All right, I look forward to this year, and I'll see you in class.